Hey guys, it's Alvin and welcome back to my channel. So if you can see, I am definitely not in my room because I'm in my kitchen. Now it's actually been a while since I made a cooking video, and the last cooking video I think I actually did was back in October when I made the pumpkin chaffles. Actually, when Marshmallow made the pumpkin chaffles. One of my favorite snacks that I could not get enough of growing up were actually Oreos. So that was why for this week's video we are going to be making homemade Oreos. But there's a twist. These homemade Oreos are actually going to be healthy. And by healthy, I mean gluten-free. And growing up I never was really into that, but now that I'm an adult, it's time to actually take care of my body and do things that make you feel and look better. And it's also Valentine's Day today, which would explain why I'm actually making these Oreos for myself, because forever alone again. But anyways, let's get this video started. So the ingredients that you are going to be needing for this recipe are going to be as follows. You'll need 1 1/3 cups of almond flour, 8 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I use the Hershey Special Dark Cocoa Powder because I like my Oreos to be a little bit more bitter, and it also adds a nice dark tint to them. 8 tablespoons of erythritol. Now you can also use powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar for this recipe, but since this is a gluten-free Oreo recipe, you will have to be using erythritol. 5 1/2 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 3/4 teaspoons of kosher sea salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of xanthan gum, and 1 whole large egg. So we're also going to need a large mixing bowl to mix all of the dry ingredients, and then we will be mixing all of our wet ingredients as well. Right, we'll go ahead and dump in our almond flour. This is actually a really good alternative to regular flour because this, not only does it smell good, but it's actually good for you. It's gluten-free and it's low carb. We're also gonna take our erythritol mix, go ahead and pop that baby in there as well. And as well as our dark cocoa mix. We're gonna throw that in there too. Take our baking powder, take our xanthan gum as well, and of course our salt. Bam. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take all of our dry ingredients and start whisking them together until it forms a nice texture. Not a professional pastry chef, just a guy that loves to bake. Bubble, bake. Oreo cookies are fun to make. That's literally a line from Max and Ruby. Literally enjoyed watching that show since I was a kid. Max and Ruby, Ruby and Max. I shouldn't sing that because probably YouTube will give me a copyright strike. All right, we are going to put this on the side for now, and we are going to start mixing our wet ingredients. Since it is Valentine's Day, we are going to be requiring the assistance of our kitchen aid. Haven't given this bad boy a name, but what do you guys think he should be called? Drop a comment about what you think his name should be. Or her, or it. I don't judge. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go ahead and take our room temperature butter, plop it in there as well. Then we're gonna go ahead and add our egg as well. And then we are gonna go ahead and plop it onto Red 13. Yes, I did just name him Red 13. I know I just told you guys to leave a comment about what his name should be, but it's Valentine's Day. Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out in 2 months, and his name is now Red 13. Aha! Let's go ahead and lift you up. You lift me up. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. Red 13 is really putting in some work today. Stir it up a little bit more. Fluff them up. Fluff them up. So the mixture isn't completely broken down yet. What we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it only slightly, bring it back down, and then we're gonna incorporate half of the dry flour ingredients in here, and then add the rest. And then the dough will look partially broken, but it's okay because that's how it's supposed to look. I don't wanna spill, so I did take Red 13's tray away. Sorry, Red 13, you ain't eating until I feed these beautiful people. Okay, half of our mixture is gonna go in. That's 1/2. Go ahead and give Red 13 back his bowl. And now we're getting somewhere. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna stop it. It looks good so far, and oh my god, it smells amazing. Now we just gotta add the rest of the dough. I really wish this would bend, but unfortunately it doesn't, so we have to manually take it down, plop it out. Oh my goodness, look at how good this looks. It already tastes good too. And let's go ahead and add the rest of the dough mixture. All right, Red 13, let's keep on trucking. And we stir. So what are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? Or I'm sorry, what did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Did you go out with your sweeties? Did you eat chocolate covered strawberries? Or were you like me, binging on Oreos, watching Friends for the 1000th time? Let me know in the comments below. So your mixture is going to look a little bit broken, but that is totally okay. Just gonna go ahead and take a spatula, more or less mold it together, mix it up just a slight bit more. This reminds me of 1st grade when we would always have these little, I don't know if they were experiments. They were teaching us about science and how to plant a seed and a flower would come out. It literally just looks like soil. Guys, this is literally smelling so good right now. So what you're gonna do next is you're actually going to grab your dough and you're actually going to wrap it in saran wrap, and then you're gonna go ahead and throw it in the fridge for 15 minutes, and then the fun begins. Right, so we have our saran wrap right here, and next we're gonna go ahead and take our mixture, plop it on there. Funny, this looks like I'm actually pointing onto the countertop, but I'm actually not. I hope. All right. That's that. So next we're gonna go ahead and cling this together so that it's nice and molded. I think I actually might need a little bit more saran wrap. This is kind of, yep, Nope, should be good to go. There is our little candy bar. Our ginormous Oreo candy bar. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so we are gonna go ahead and take this baby and throw it into the fridge for 15 minutes. And in the meantime, we're gonna be making our frosting. So the ingredients that we are going to be using for the frosting are as follows. 4 tablespoons of unsalted grass-fed butter, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a pinch of salt, and half a cup of powdered erythritol. Again, you can also use powdered sugar or confectioner sugar, but remember, since this is a gluten-free recipe, erythritol is your best friend. All right, so we've got Red 13's bowl, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and throw in our 4 tablespoons of butter in there, our vanilla extract as well, a pinch of salt, and I'm gonna go ahead and salt bay this bitch. Hopefully this doesn't fall. Yeah, I could never be Salt Bae. And we're gonna bring back Red 13, aka Nanaki. And we're gonna go ahead, stir and cream the butter until it becomes frosting like. So once the butter has completely been frosting like, we're gonna go ahead and add the erythritol. All right, looks good so far. We're gonna go ahead and dump that in there. There you go, Red 13. Eat up, bud. All eyes on you, Red. It's all on you, baby. What? Perdón, Red 13, I'm sorry. I know you don't like to be interrupted when you're eating, but I have to help you. Bad boy. Since Red was being a little too happy with his meal, we're gonna go ahead and get this frosting a little bit more toward the center. No more biting. I've lived with you for how long and you're already starting to bite? That's so tasty. Oh wow. This already tastes amazing and it's not even done yet. Okay, Red, you did a great job, bud, but now I will take it from here. So the frosting looks somewhat done, but we're just gonna go ahead and whisk this by hand so that it's actually a better, creamier, fluffier texture. Now this is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Oh, yes. I'm actually getting in a workout today. Okay, so I totally wasn't completely honest when I said what am I doing for Valentine's Day, or actually what I did do for Valentine's Day, since it's already not Valentine's Day when you're watching this. I'm actually gonna go check out Sonic the Hedgehog with my friend Adrian. You guys remember Adrian? She was actually one of the first guests that I actually had on my channel, and I love her. She's fun. Look at this fluffy texture. It looks so good, and oh my god. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take our frosting. We're gonna go ahead and put it into a plastic sandwich bag, or if you have one, a piping bag. Since I forgot to buy piping bags, a sandwich baggie will have to do. All right, there is our mixture right there. Go ahead and plop it in there. Goodness, I can't believe how amazing this turned out actually. Usually when I make things for the first time, especially baking and on YouTube, nothing ever goes right. Work harder, I guess. Now keep in mind, the frosting actually isn't going to be white. It's actually going to be a little bit more of a light beige color, and that's because of the vanilla extract. If there were a way that we can make this completely white frosting, that would be amazing, but for now, beggars can't be choosers. All right, so we have our frosting in our piping slash sandwich baggie. Just gonna go ahead and give it a little bit of a squeeze so that when we do cut the hole off the end of the baggie, it'll pipe nice to the cookies. And we're just gonna go ahead and set it to the side. So for this next part, you're going to be needing your cookie dough mixture, and you're also going to be needing 2 sheets of parchment paper. We're gonna go ahead and take our cookie dough mixture, and then we're gonna take it out of its little case. Yes, because this cookie dough is an iPhone, Alvin. Shut up. Throw that baby on top of our parchment paper. And then we take our other sheet of parchment paper and place it on top. So for this next part, it will get a little bit messy, but maybe again, that's just me. And you will be needing a rolling pin. I believe this is a rolling pin. We're gonna go ahead and smooth the mixture until it is nice and flat. This could take a while, so let me just speed this up. With your previous saran wrap, you can go ahead and actually keep it there and then go ahead and throw it in the freezer so that you can bake your next batch of cookies. So now we are gonna go ahead and remove our excess parchment paper, set it to the side, and then here is our dough mixture. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and actually cut the circles out of the dough and to make our Oreos. Now I don't actually have a circular cookie cutter, and if you don't have a circular cookie cutter, that's totally fine. What you can actually use is a measuring spoon, preferably 1 tablespoon. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna go ahead and press slightly to get that perfect circular Oreo shape. And we're gonna do this for as many cookies as you wanna do. This should give us about maybe a dozen cookies or 6 sandwich cookies. If you don't want to completely finish all of these cookies by yourself, you can go ahead and take this mixture. You can actually freeze it. And the dough is actually gonna be good for about 3 months. Oh, look at that. We got our cookie shape already. Okay, so we actually managed to make 16 cookies out of this dough mixture, which is totally fine. That means we can only have 8 sandwich cookies. And the final step that we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be grabbing our cookies and then we're going to be placing them on a baking tray with that same parchment paper that you did actually use. We're going to go ahead and throw them into the oven for 13 minutes at 350 degrees. Alright, so we have our 16 cookies already ready to bake, and now we're gonna go ahead and transfer these into the oven for 13 minutes. And then when that's done, it's time to decorate. So I will see you guys in about 13 minutes. Bam! So these came out of the oven 10 minutes ago. I did take the liberty to cool them into the freezer for another 10-15 minutes, and now they are ready to be decorated, and I am so excited because I cannot wait to try these out. So I already took the liberty to cut a hole into my piping bag slash sandwich baggie. Oh yeah. That's what I call an Oreo. Okay, but seriously, could these not look any more perfect? We are finally ready to take our first bite into our gluten-free Oreos, and oh my god. We're gonna go ahead and take this one, and cheers to my Valentine who doesn't know I exist. Okay. Oh. My goodness. You guys, throughout the hardships lies accomplishment. These Oreos, dare I say, these Oreos actually taste better than the original. I am in heaven right now. Well, there you guys go. I certainly hope you enjoyed this week's video of making gluten-free Oreos. If you guys like this video, as always, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button and drop a comment if you actually want to try this recipe, because why wouldn't you? And go ahead and click that little bell down below so you can be notified when I post videos, which are typically every Sundays. Well, now they're starting to consistently be every Sunday, but if you don't click on that bell, you'll never know when I post, so click on it. I will also be putting the recipe in the description down below so you guys can follow it and make this. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this week's video, and until next time, I bid thee happy Valentine's Day if you do celebrate it, and fare thee well. Goodbye.